Me again. Hi everyone, Rach here from Book Piles. Welcome to a bit of a catch-up video. I apologise for being MIA. I think I was due to do a video at the beginning of October and I ended up with a parent in hospital, so then I didn't read basically until December. So this is just a bit of a catch-up video, and hopefully I'll have a couple more out before the end of the year. So the last thing I was doing that I would have wrapped up was series September, and I think I actually do have it, unless things are going to fall out of here. So there were 9 squares on the bingo board and I was aiming for 8 because I think the 9th one was something about a TV. Oh, now you can watch it, and I couldn't think of anything that I wanted to, that I would have read stroke watched, because I don't have Netflix, so I haven't seen the Bridgerton thing or anything like that. So I got as far as 7 books read before the hospital, and the 8th book I actually did read during the hospital visit. So technically in September I read 8. I crossed off 7 of the 9 prompts, but I think I read 8 books. I had 9 altogether. 9 books for 8 squares. I think that's right. So I had read 8 books in September, and then I finished the 9th in October. I don't really remember anything about these books now. Yeah, I don't. So we'll just move on from that. This is my... Oh, let's take that off. We don't need that. This has been my reading journal this year, and sadly, because I've had such a poor year reading, I have actually wasted a lot of this book. So I have actually moved in already. I have got an A6 Hobonichi Day Free, which has basically got calendars at the front and then just blank pages at the back, so I'll bullet journal the back half. So if you're interested in having a look at this, I can do a video. Just let me know in the comments. I may anyway, because I haven't actually got it fully set up yet. So I might do a flick through, we'll see. Reading wise, since start of December, I've read 2 Kindle books and a physical book, and I have been reading Christmas stories, romances basically at this point in time. So I thought I'd do a quick talk about those, because I really want to recommend one. I really like one. Like, one of them I'm like, this needs to be a Christmas movie. I liked it that much. It is not this one. So this came out a couple of years ago, and probably everyone's read it except me, Christina Lauren, In a Holidays. I was a little bit skeptical because of the whole, it's not fantasy, but I'll use that word just in case there are people who haven't read it. I don't like to spoil unnecessarily, but there is obviously a fantasy element, it's not the right word, but to this book. So that was like, you know, but it was a Christina Lauren, and I really enjoyed in fact, I actually owned this before I brought the Unhoneymooners, and I really liked the Unhoneymooners, so I was eager to read this in December. The story was good, apart from this element which I'm like, and then I do not feel that the element was tied up. Yeah, I had problems with this element, and I kind of felt like it needed to have, there needed to be some closure to that. The story then just went on, and I'm sure is not the right word. I feel like that's probably part of the story, that's the way it was meant to be, but for me, I needed a little bit of a close the circle, not just, okay, you've got this opportunity and there you go. So if you've read it, you probably possibly understand what I'm on about. Of the other two, I'll show you the one that I recommend, because I've saved the cover. It should be the first thing that opens on this Kindle. It is. So the author, you're not going to be able to tell very well, is Cindy Steele, and this is a Christmas escape novel. There are seven novels in the series by 7 different authors, and I think this is book 3, and it is called Faking Christmas. And I loved this book. It is a sweet romance, which is definitely not what I look for, but I was absolutely, the story had me, that the fact that there was nothing steamy at all, other than some kissing, there was no touchy-feely or anything. It was laugh out loud funny. It's an enemies to lovers, Christmas, snow in Vermont, family stuff. There's a little bit of a tricky undercurrent to it, and it is listed actually as a trigger warning in the book. But no, I won't say that, because I don't know. You can't walk in someone else's shoes. For me, it did not need a trigger warning. It was fine. So it was a really lovely story. The hero is swoon worthy. She got a bit annoying, but yeah, I really, really loved this book. The other book, if I can now find this, home, that I read is called The Plight Before Christmas by is it Kate Stewart? There is a tick over her name. I'll see if I can pull the cover up quickly. I don't want to take too much longer. Oh, how do we find the cover on this? Oh, it's push that button. Not that button. Not that button. Come on, Rachel. Right. Cover. Come on, show me the cover. Here we go. It is Kate Stewart. The Plight Before Christmas, an Unexpected Holiday Dramedy, it's called. Kate Stewart. Wish I could get colour on this. If anyone knows how to put colour on their covers on a Kindle Paperwhite, please tell me. What is this book about? Can I about this book? Can I remember this book? I am trying to remember this book. Okay. It's a family gathering at the family cabin at Christmas time. Again, snow, all of that malarkey. And her brother brings his new work colleague, who turns out to be the ex that broke the female character's heart. And so again, it's a little bit of enemies to lovers initially, but he is, again, he's a really nice guy. I think it's something like 17 years between the heartbreak to re catching up again. Excuse the hand. Yeah. I certainly think I enjoyed it. I mean, it's only the 8th of December and I've read it in the last 8 days, but it's gone from my head already. I think that's the problem with me reading too many books at once. I don't retain. I think it's just a really nice second chance romance, if I remember rightly. I think probably what's happened is Faking Christmas has overshadowed everything else, and I have not remembered. But I just plugged in Christmas romance on the Kindle search and found that and Faking Christmas, and a couple of others which I have yet to read. So that's that. I won't waste time carrying on with the world's worst book reviews. I have also been buying, I did go to a book fair on the last day of the book fair and after lunch, and all the books were half off the original sale price. So I think I got them, with the exception of one, I think I got them all for $2. And there are 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10. There's about 12 or 14 historical romances in there, which I can do a haul if you're interested in. The other place I went to, I kept being told about a second-hand bookshop, and I went and had a look, and they didn't really have anything historical romance at all. But just browsing the shelves, I found this Kennedy Curse, James Patterson. Yeah, it is a non-fiction. I have an interest, if you can call interest the right word, in the Kennedy assassination, so I like anything like that alludes to all of that sort of stuff. I haven't obviously read it yet. And then just recently, at the end of November, I went to another nearby town that has a really cool bookshop, and I picked up 2 books set in the London. One is The Central Line, and this is a Cora and Jacob live in London's vast metropolis, he at one end of the Central Line, she at the other. Their paths have crossed 1,000 times without them knowing. When a chance encounter on the Underground brings them together, it seems they're destined to fall in love. So there is that. And the other one that caught my eye is The Girl on the 88 Bus. Just love the cover, love the old Routemaster buses. And I used to travel the 88 bus an awful lot because I lived at one end of it. And this is, shall I just read the back? When Libby Nichols arrives in London, heartbroken and with her life in tatters, the first person she meets is elderly Frank on the 88 bus. He tells her about a time in 1962 when he met a girl on the bus with beautiful red hair just like Libby's. They made plans for a date, but Frank lost the ticket with her number written on it. For the past 60 years, he's ridden the same bus trying to find her. So I think this is Libby trying to help Frank find this woman. So, a witty and moving, a book that made my heart smile. A lovely, charming read. And a beautiful, uplifting novel about one chance meeting, about how one chance meeting can change the course of your life forever. So, I'm looking forward to reading one or both of those next year. So that is where I am at. We've kind of brought me back up to speed. I would like to keep working on this channel, so I have got a few videos sorted out. I just need to get on and get them filmed. My reading for the rest of December, certainly till just after Christmas, will be Christmas romances. I've got some, where have I put them? Oh, they're here, I think. And there is one over there. I've got a couple of these I've floated around a few times before. This is a 3 stories in one Christmas, a Christmas Scandal, and that's actually historical romance. And it possibly looks like it's set in America, because it refers to Newport, which I know there's a Newport in Wales, but I'm pretty sure. Does she then follow him to London? Yeah, so it's set in America and London, if I remember rightly. And this is a small town love story. So I've had these books for 3 or 4 years, and I've also got one over there which I forgot to get, and it's a Sarah Morgan. You know, there's a little series, and one of them is the Christmas one, which I think is the next one I'm going to read. So that and the ones I've been putting on my Kindle, and my reading certainly until just after Christmas. Okay, well, hopefully I shall do a little bit better with this channel now, because I would really like to. I have a top secret project for next year which I'm umming and ahhing about revealing and filming, which may happen on this channel. I don't know. It's confidence in putting that out into the world, you know. We'll see. Anyway, I hope you've had a better time reading than me, and I will catch you again shortly. No, soon. In another video related to books. I might do the historical romance book haul, probably, off the top of my head, because people like to see, and it will remind me what I've got. I haven't looked in that bag since I brought it, so yeah. Okay, I will catch you again soon in another video. Bye for now.